Hey everyone, and welcome to the Summer Strummer series once again. Hey, if you have a good, clear understanding of basic rhythm on the guitar and how it works in terms of how many beats are in a measure, what is a measure, how many beats are in it, what is a time signature, this is where most people actually don't train, and this is why they feel a little like they've hit a plateau or like they're not able to strum fluently on the instrument. So we're just going to take a moment right now to go over what all this means. You're going to see a rhythm chart. So rather than look at tabs consistently all the time, I think it's much easier to actually look at a rhythm chart. And a rhythm chart, or a rhythmic dictation, or a lead sheet as it's sometimes called, simply shows you the name of a chord here, followed by a notation underneath to tell you with what timing, with what rhythm do you strum that chord. Okay, so if you've never seen this before, I don't want you to feel lost. If you're familiar with it, stop now and go right into the modules. If you're unfamiliar with this, please bear with me for about 10 minutes. I need to break this down for you so we can work together and help you become a better guitarist. So what we're going to do first here is I'm going to draw for you a fresh whiteboard. All right, and you're going to see items in the chart that look like a diamond. So here's a measure. That's a bar line, right? So that's one measure. Inside the measure contains 4 beats or 4 foot taps. So you have this one item that looks like a diamond. What is this? Well, this is actually a whole note. Let's play an E minor chord. This is 4 beats worth of a strum. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a whole note, and it's held for the full duration of the measure. Now we're just assuming there's 4 beats in the measure. All right, so that's equal to 4 beats. Let's look at the next item and you know what that looks like. So the next item is going to look like that diamond, but with a stick on it. So here's what it looks like in the chart. The diamond with the stick. So we have 1, 2, they're called half notes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, using an E minor chord, we're going to hit the chord on foot tap 1, and again on foot tap 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4. Understanding these rhythms is so important so that we can go ahead and make music. All of our songs are simply a combination of some aspect of these. So those are called halves. So far then, what do we have? We had wholes, which would be held for the full 4 foot taps, and then we had halves. There's our little measure, and here's my poorly drawn diamond here for 2 foot taps, and another diamond for 2 foot taps. They're called half. 2 halves is equal to 4. So that's 4 beats, and these are 2 beats each. 2 plus 2 is 4. Moving on, let's further subdivide, shall we? We have quarters. This is what the quarter notes are going to look like in your rhythmic notation. They're just going to be a stick with a little foot on it. That's called a quarter note. Simply because you have 4 beats in a measure. Each quarter note gets a beat. 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 equals 4. Let's play an E minor chord as quarter notes. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. And just really quickly, I will go ahead and show you what these look like in our rhythmic notation. And here they are. Let's get them on the screen for you. 4 quarter notes between 2 bar lines equals 1 measure of 4 foot taps. If you're feeling lost, it's okay. We're going to play through songs and I'm going to count them for you. But where most teachers online especially teachers that maybe didn't have a ton of formal music training, they actually speak in terms of guitar strums. Now I'm happy to do that as well. For example, we're going to strum down on each foot tap. Tap your foot on each quarter note. Tap, 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 tap. Foot, 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 foot. But rather than walk away from the lessons going, well, he said it was a down, two down ups, and an up down. Oh, that's like Greek to me. No, after you close your book, shut off your computer, or stop streaming the lessons, I want you to feel so prepared to just go and have fun strumming and be able to internalize a beat. Let's play through what we have so far, and I'll help you understand it in terms of down ups, okay? So here we go. The whole note at the top would be one down. 1, 2, 3, 4. The two half notes contained in that second measure would be two downs, spread apart on beat 1 and beat 3, like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Down, 2, down, 4. The quarter notes are arranged like so. 1, 2, 3, 4. Down, 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 down. Next, we're going to look at a bar line and we're going to explore eighth notes. We're just subdividing. Do you see how every time all we're doing is doubling the amount of work we have to do inside each foot tap? Every single time. All right, so here we are. And now, 8 eighth notes equal 4 beats. This is called the rhythm pyramid. So what I'd like to do is arrange this a little more centrally for you so you can kind of visualize the rhythmic pyramid. There you go. So 8 eighth notes. Now we are going to be playing up strum on the and. We are going to be playing up strum on the and. Let's share the rhythm chart with you, okay? There we are. And we're going to be counting this as 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Okay. Well, as you can guess, the final aspect we're going to go through are called 16th notes, but this is where acoustic rhythms really become fun. I bet you can guess how many little 16th notes here are going to equal 1 beat. You guessed it, 4 16th notes equal 1 foot tap. So we're going to be counting it like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Those are called sixteenths. 16 16th notes come all the way back and they equal that guy. 16 16th notes. As follows. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Play it with me. 1, 2, 3, 4. We say 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a. Those are 16ths. Okay. Now, I'm going to play the rhythmic pyramid for you using only the E minor chord. Let's go from the top down. Whole note. Ready, set, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Half notes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Quarter notes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Eighth notes. Here we start with the down ups. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Let's think in rhythmic terms instead of down ups. But if you have to think of it, just remember it's down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Finally, let's play our 16th notes. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. Let's just count the downbeats. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. There's your rhythmic pyramid. We're going to see a mix and match of these items. I'll share with you an example of the mix and match of these items just so you kind of know what you're going to be seeing here. Let's just go up here to this one. Okay, this is kind of confusing at first, but what facts can we derive from this upon first looking? This is called a treble clef, so that's for our instrument, guitar, and many others. This is our timing. This tells us there's 4 beats in a measure, and a quarter note is assigned 1 beat. That's okay, right? Let's just cross-check against our pyramid. 4 beats in a measure, and a quarter note gets a beat. Yeah. Yep. It checks out. Okay. Let's go back to our score, okay? Now, what have we here? Well, let's see. 1. That's beat 1. Well, that's beat 2. That's the first beat of the first item of the next beat there, right? These guys, well, let's just put them in the parking lot for a minute. Then we have beat 3. And let's go to the first item of the next beat, right? And we're just going to try to recognize our downbeats. Aha. A teacher told me once, find your downbeats and fill in the blanks. I like that. It always worked for me. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, gosh, it looks like we have a G chord on beat 1 and a D chord on beat 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Okay, all right, so now we're getting it here. Now let's take a look at what these little items are. They are called 16th notes. Okay, so the 16th notes are the last item that we talked about. Remember, there's 4 16th notes contained inside a beat. But this guy caused some trouble here. All right, this guy right here, yep, is an 8th note. So we have an 8th note followed by 2 16ths. This is a mixed rhythm, and this is why we're learning together. This is just one example of what we're going to learn in class to help you feel comfortable on your instrument. This would sound like 2 and a, 2 and a. So I'm just going to take this stylus here and tap out the rhythm. 1, 2 and a, 3, 4 and a. Now we know how to strum it. Be careful about your hand though and make sure you're strumming in the right direction. It's a down, down, and then we have a little down up. Down, down, and our little down up. 1, 2, and a 3, 4, and a. That's the most complicated rhythm in the entire course. Everything else is a cakewalk, right? So we're going to go through this together. But I just wanted to show you a mixed rhythm. This rhythm is so cool because it contains our friend the quarter note, an 8th note, and 16th notes. What a mixed bag. So let's clear up all those markings there and scratch it out. Ready, set, go. 1, 2, and a 3, 4, and a 1, 2, and a 3, 4, and a 1, 2, and a 3, 4, and a. Then you're simply going to apply the chords where you see indicated in the notation. 1, 2, and a 3, 4, and a 1. All right. That's your quick 15-minute primer on the elements of rhythm and how they work in our course.